Hello. About a month ago or so, I just finished doing a module for the International Masters program at Dundee University on digital marketing. And the students had to, for their assessment throughout the 7 weeks, they had to create a website in WordPress, wordpress.com, so the free version. They had to create a website there with all the limitations that gives for a digital marketing agency. And I said to the students that I would do something with these websites afterwards if they were willing to have them scrutinized. I'll post the links afterwards, kind of down here. But I was quite blown away with how good they were. Especially given that it was over the course of just 7 weeks. The names, I'll caveat that from the start, the students didn't get to choose the names by themselves. Because a bit like in Reservoir Dogs, everyone wants to be Mr. Black, right? So because of that, I chose the names, which is why, well, you'll see. They're Aretha, Billy, Chaka, Dion, Etta, Franklin, because Aretha Franklin gets to go twice, basically, Gladys, and then Isaac, because I didn't just want to call Mr. Hayes by his surname. So those were the eight. Those were the eight agencies that they had to create. Not everyone was entirely happy with having that imposed upon them. But it kind of gave everyone a level playing field to start from. So I wanted to show off what my students did, because I'm immensely proud of how they did it, and it exceeded, in some cases, massively exceeded the expectations. A couple of them, I would not be surprised if these people go on to create really great things themselves. And a couple of these WordPress.com sites, if you were to do them in WordPress.org, if you were to self-host them, they would hold up. They would look quite good. So somehow, yeah, there we go. That's the browser. So this here was the Aretha agency. It's relatively standard. It's good though. There's a lot of content on there. And if I can hide some of these things that are blocking the screen for me here. They've done quite a good job. They've used submenus. They've laid it out quite well. They've put in team members. I think, was it Aretha that made up? Yeah. Oh, well, no, they didn't make up clients. Well, yeah, they kind of did. So yeah, they showed a bit of ingenuity there, and changed things up a bit to even have some clients in there as well, which is quite cool. Then Billy looked completely different. But Billy removed the WordPress banner from the top, and this is starting to look like something that you might even find. I should also mention, as I'm kind of going through some of these, that as well as the websites, where they created Facebook pages, they created Twitter accounts, Instagram accounts, LinkedIn accounts in some cases, YouTube as well, and also SoundCloud. A couple of them did podcasts even, which all of it in 7 weeks, which was really, really incredible, I thought. And over that 7 weeks, some of them actually managed to rank organically for terms, admittedly brand terms, but they were managing to rank for some of the terms on the first page of Google in Dundee. So that was like really positive, I thought. A few kind of did this with the moving background. Somebody discovered it, and it was quite real world, the experience for the students, in that all of these were open and we talked about them every week. Right, so none of them could hide what it was they were doing and then just make it live. So very much like the real world, where people can take inspiration from other websites, right? So one website suddenly had a video background, and then of course other websites suddenly had video backgrounds. But it was good because it also kind of gave this slight bit of peer pressure that pushed everyone onwards and upwards. In some of them, where were the clients on here? Like I say, I'll post the links to these, and if anybody wants to have an explore, feel free. They're real and they're there. Clearly, okay. Jacka have been a little bit cheeky with some of their clients there, but they made a video. Let's see if we can get that up. So not a huge video there, but they actually created a video to use on their site, which again was not necessarily asked for them to create something like that. Dion was very iconically Dundee, had a lot of stuff here, and just a very kind of crisp and clean thing with less fancy stuff on it. Again, though, a background that was a bit of a moving one, so I need to. This is the first time that I've actually used this broadcasting thing. So I've got windows over the top of it, so it does limit me slightly. I think Dion had quite a good staff page, if I remember rightly. Yeah, they had some pictures of themselves. It's not the one I was thinking about there, and they had a decent amount of content as well that they created on their own site. Not there though. Oops. Let's see where they were stronger. Okay. Apologies, Dion, as well, for making a mess of presenting this. And then we'll jump to ETA. And in ETA, that's a bit, it's a wee bit kind of cleaner, perhaps typographically. They went to the bother of actually fixing these letters to the wall behind them. They've got a much better team display here of who's who, and with the map at the bottom as well. Also, they had all these social accounts that they linked, and this perhaps just jumps to it. Yeah, that just jumps. That's their front page already. So they even had some puns in there. So all digits in planning, right? So as opposed to digital, yeah, a bit fun. Franklin are the professional marketing agency from Dundee. Clearly, they also had quite a relatively similar kind of theme, but have a much more kind of impactful buttons there for people to click on. And then we come to, I can't make any secret of this. The students have all got their results now, but Gladys and Isaac are sort of my favourite two of the websites that were created over the time. So this I just thought was really strong. This is kind of We Are is it's quite contemporary, and with the big bold typography on it was really good, really strong. They had a vision and mission statement on there. They also, like a lot of them, also did do video as well. I think I can't remember now if Gladys do will set. Oh, there we go. No, that's Facebook. Again, this is all sort of semi-obscured here with these pictures, with these boxes from the app that I use for this. Team, yes, the team. They drew these, or one of the ladies who was in Team Gladys actually drew all of these caricatures of the team, and by all accounts was sick of the sight of them by the time that she'd finished. But I thought it was really quite strong. And again, if you were to remove the Powered by WordPress banner kind of from the top here and from the bottom, that could quite look like a real website. It wouldn't need that much to be really good. So certainly some of the people within that team will be very, very hireable. And Isaac were the team to catch, kind of on a weekly basis, pretty much. And they did. I'll just find it. They did a really good video, which I'll play a little bit of. And if I can find it on their website now, here we go. I'll link this video individually as well afterwards, because this is it's really quite exceptional. And they did a bloopers reel on it as well, so that's really good. Also, I'm going to shut up now because the video.
India, and I work as a social media manager in Isaac Agency. Social media has become a part of our daily lives now, where people not only socialize, but they also look solutions for their problems online. People do not live in the real world now. They all live in a social media world where everything is about, likes.
Hi, it's Hazem. I'm from Palestine, and I'm the marketing executive at Isaac Agency. We provide companies with offline techniques which conceptualize their business offers. By the use of offline marketing, we turn this into this.
Oops. So there you see, that was Isaac. Like I say, I will link all of this below. Come back to somehow, if I can. There we go, and then yes, there we go. Thank you. So that was the first time using this thing here. It was a wee bit daunting, so this is probably not quite as good a video as I would have hoped to have done. I'm also going to put this on LinkedIn afterwards, as I am now connected with quite a few of the students, and it'd be nice for them to see it. And yeah, that's it really. So this just leaves for me to say cheerio.